Seasonal Affective Disorder. Let's talk about it.
All right, troops.
People may think they know about seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, but there's probably some things that you may not know about it because I didn't even know about it. So what is it? Seasonal affective disorder is a type of depression that you experience during certain times of the year. It's commonly affected by the changing of the seasons or the weather, or it's a time of year where you feel more or less comfortable. Symptoms of having seasonal affective disorder are lack of energy, difficulty concentrating, not wanting to see anyone, feeling sad, low, or tearful, feeling anxious, angry, or agitated, being prone to more physical health problems such as colds and flu, sleeping too much or sleeping too little, changes in your appetite, losing interest in physical contact. One thing I noticed is that winter depression seems to be common in Nordic countries, aside from Iceland. And also, spoiler alert, men and women can both get seasonal affective disorder. There's a reason why I said that you might think that you know about SAD, but there was something that could surprise you, and here it is. Everyone assumes that you get seasonal affective disorder when the summer goes into the winter, but that's not the case. You can get it when you're going the other way around, from the winter to the summer. The sleeping too much is equated to winter SAD. Sleeping too little is summer SAD. There are ways to manage sleep aversion disorder. One of the most common treatments of SAD is light therapy. No, I'm not talking about a short therapy session, although therapy can be helpful as well. Light therapy uses a light box, which emits far more lumens than a normal bedside lamp. Also different from a bedside lamp is that the patient has to sit a diagnosed distance away from the light box, roughly 30 to 60 centimeters, with their eyes open, but not staring directly at the source. And you need to do this for a period of 30 to 60 minutes. There's not a specific schedule of when you have to do it, so I think it's just when it's most convenient for yourself. There's also dawn stimulation, which is a technique that involves sensory timed lights. They're often called wake-up lights or a sunrise alarm clock, and they're programmed to come on gradually over the course of 30 minutes to simulate the rising dawn. Light therapy can also be things like simply going outside and going for a walk, because you're having exposure to direct sunlight. Other treatments also include medication, such as antidepressants, vitamin D supplements, physical exercise, or a combination of all of the above. Finding out that you can get seasonal affective disorder in the summer is probably going to be a game changer for me. Many people would have noticed a pattern that my mood tends to become more unstable in the summer months. Don't get me wrong, I hate winter for the snow, specifically driving in it. It is a bloody nightmare. But for redheads, we're not exactly prone to the sun. Some of them are, and I envy those gets. But me, it's just a case of no go. I am whiter than white. I burn, I peel, I go back to being white. Occasionally I get freckles, but people tell me that's just me collecting the souls of 10 of my friends. Yeah, that's that great stereotype again. So I personally don't mind the winter months. I used to think that I suffered from SAD in the January-February time. Then I realised it was because of the post-show blues, as I discussed in a previous video. It was the lack of stimulation from performing that caused the depression, not the lack of daylight. Don't get me wrong, I hate getting up in the dark like anybody else does. That never-ending cycle of getting up in the dark and going back from your work in the dark is not good for your mental health. But I just think it's more about the eternal grind of the 9-to-5 job rather than the actual lack of daylight. As I said, the season that I struggle with the most being ginger is summer. It's why I don't like going abroad. It's too hot for me. I'm cranky, I'm irritable, I get very angry very easily, I get really tired, I sweat more so I feel more self-conscious. So me looking outside at the sun and staring at it nicely and thinking, oh, it's a nice day, it's a good thing I don't have to go out in it, is far better than me being out in it. As a dad, I do have to go out in it because kids like to go at the park, kids like to play, and the boys aren't ginger, so they can survive the sun better than I can. If that's the case, you'll usually find me hiding under a tree while they're playing. A lot of that is also down to my mental health. I feel really insecure in crowds or in public spaces because of the aforementioned sweating and lack of positive body confidence. so I get really anxious and really insecure, and I feel like everybody's watching me. Yes, that's paranoia, but it's just how I feel. And it all kind of combines in with the sad effect. I've always said that we should bring back hibernation for humans. I think that most normal skin colored people should hibernate during the winter, and the ginger should hibernate in the summer. Best of both worlds. Sadly, that won't come anytime soon. So we're just going to have to deal with seasonal affective disorder. So we've talked about seasonal affective disorder. Have you ever experienced it? What season would you say is the one that makes you the most upset? Drop a comment below and we can talk about it. Until next time, take care, stay safe. Bye bye.